This is Wide World of Sports and the first of 4 live races from sunny Randwick Racecourse, where we have the best track that's been posted on a Sydney Metropolitan course since last summer. Track fast. Times have been very, very good in the early races. This one starts in the home straight where they start the AJC Derby at the 200 metres mark, and then they go one complete circuit of the track. An interesting runner, Giacomo, which is part owned by young Kim McElwain, one of the lovely switch girls at Channel 9 here in Sydney, and no doubt she'll be out here to cheer Giacomo on. Now downstairs it's very, very breezy. As a matter of fact, Ken, I believe it's like an Arctic outpost where you're standing.
John, it sure is windy. Well, I just hope you can hear me on my mic. There'll be plenty of wind passing through it, but who cares if we back winners? As John said, a few winners and we'll all warm up. Let's look at these prices. Number 1, King Aussie from New Zealand is at 8 to 1. My tip is Macquarie Prince. He's at 3 to 1. Actually $4.10 on the tote. Not bad odds, I don't think. Kruthofer getting out from 9 to 2 to 5s. 20 March C. 8 to 1 the Bow. He's well placed and got a good chance. Number 6 Regal Cella keeps firming a little, about 11 to 2 now. 5.5 to 1. Reckless Tradition at 14 to 1. Giacomo at 12 to 1, 10 to 1 Chagroon, 11 to 1 Stellantic. Roman Seal is a scratching, Spinning Wagon is a roughie at 50 to 1. Wild and Woolly is another scratching. Little Miracles, owned by Malcolm Johnston's wife incidentally, but not ridden by Mel, is at 40 to 1. Surrey Lad is at 100 to 1, and that's all. There ain't no more. My tip, Macquarie Prince. I think he's beautifully placed, and Ken Russell's an excellent rider in distance events. Here's Johnny.
Good on you, Ken, and we're going to look close up at the runners now behind the starting gates, and this will be a feature of the live racing on Wide World of Sports in future, because we have our own cameraman at the starting gates, and we'll be able to see them changing their minds. Now there's John Marshall in the green and pale blue halves on Stellantic. Colours carried to victory by many times by a great stayer called Hay, winner of a Caulfield Cup. Now the last couple have moved in and they're about set for a start now. Stellantic is one of the last to go in. King Aussie and Little Miracles are facing up squarely with Kruthofer, Chagroon, Reckless Tradition, Regal Cella. Face well, gates open, off and running, good start, and Spinning Wagon is one of the first out. Giacomo began well and so did Regal Cella, but Marshall is spearing over on Stellantic to lead at the winning post the first time. Stellantic in front with a lap to go over Spinning Wagon, and dropping into third spot is the New Zealander King Aussie, who's 3 deep. Between runners March C, on the fence Giacomo. Now March C and Giacomo brushed as they go out of the straight, and then Regal Cella and Kruthofer. Surrey Lad is 3 deep, a length and a half to Macquarie Prince, given time to find his feet, followed by the Bow and then Chagroon and Reckless Tradition, and 3 lengths away last is Little Miracles, and now the field starts to spread out at the 1800 mark, and King Aussie went to the front. It's King Aussie by nearly 2 lengths on Spinning Wagon, and 2 to March C, a length and a half to Stellantic, 2 to Surrey Lad, a neck away on the fence Giacomo, a length and a half to Regal Cella and a half to Kruthofer, followed by Macquarie Prince. 2 lengths then to the Bow on the inside of Chagroon, and 2 to Reckless Tradition, and a length and a half away last Little Miracles, who's the best part of 20 lengths from the lead as they head to the back at the 1400 mark, and the NZ King Aussie is the leader. It's King Aussie by a little more than 2 lengths on March C on the outside of Spinning Wagon. A gap of 5 lengths then to Stellantic, being joined by Surrey Lad, and Regal Cella starting a forward move. At the head of the others Giacomo, midfield on the inside of Kruthofer, further back Macquarie Prince, and then the Bow, and a neck away Chagroon, a length and a half Reckless Tradition, and 2 lengths last is Little Miracles. In the run to the top turn, and King Aussie is being pressured by March C, and they've come away from the others. They're about 5 lengths in front of Spinning Wagon, and then Surrey Lad, Stellantic, Regal Cella 3 deep, and then Kruthofer followed by Giacomo, and Macquarie Prince starting a forward move. A gap to the Bow, followed by Chagroon and Reckless Tradition, and tailed off Little Miracles at the 700 mark, and King Aussie is just the leader over March C. In third place Stellantic, and then Surrey Lad, Spinning Wagon losing ground. Giacomo starting to work into it now, and then Regal Cella followed by Kruthofer, Macquarie Prince midfield, and hard ridden as they come to the corner. Into the straight, and King Aussie is the leader over March C, Stellantic and Surrey Lad. Giacomo has to go very wide on the corner, but straightening up, and this leader's going all right. King Aussie, as they come over the rise, he's nicely clear of March C. King Aussie, in fact, got away from them now. Down the outside, Giacomo is coming home well, and the others look to be all struggling, but King Aussie has burst away. King Aussie is well clear 100 metres out and has them well beaten. Giacomo is struggling on, followed by March C, but this is going to bolt in King Aussie, and down to the line. King Aussie wins by 4 lengths to Giacomo second, Mart C third, then Reckless Tradition and Macquarie Prince, followed by the Bow, Spinning Wagon, Chargroon, Regal Shalar, Wellback Surrey Lad, Kruthoff, A Little Miracles, and Stellantic is weakened out of it to run last. Number 1, King Aussie, J. Cassidy, to pay $7.90 and $2.60. Giacomo, number 8, a place dividend of $3.30, and March C, number 4, a place dividend of $6.40. And you saw the Tattersalls plate live on Wide World of Sports.
Of course, from the days that passed. Right, the Furious Stakes field is in the gates at Renwick. Here's Johnny Tapp.
Good, Ray, thank you. And they're just about set for a start in the Furious Stakes, where they're running late. In fact, 3 minutes late, but they're under starters' orders now as Curacao, which had broken through the barrier earlier, moves back in, and the starter's on his stand now, and they're ready to break in the Furious. Gates open, off and running towards the outside. Momentaire is one of the first out. A Little Kiss began very quickly, and so did Delightful Kingdom. Fast into stride as French Gypsy, and Gin Rhythm is prominent, followed by Proudly, and Tristanar's going to settle down just behind the leading division, followed by Canaloa, and then Gamine and Reverse Pass Hard Ridden, followed by Spirited Way, Dual Treasures, Bistro Miss. Further back in the field, Takeover Battle, followed by Miss Reggae and Dalmator, and Curacao dropped out last around the first turn and proudly led from Momentaire and A Little Kiss. French Gypsy is trapped out 4 deep over the 800 crossing. A length and a half then to Tristanar, getting the run of the race on the inside of Canaloa. Delightful Kingdom travelling 3 deep, and Spirited Way is even wider. Further back then is Reverse Pass as they near the turn. At the head of the others, Great Happiness, followed by Gamine. Gin Rhythm is midfield, and further back Takeover Battle, Bistro Miss, Dual Treasures, and then Miss Reggae as they turn, followed by Dalmator and Curacao. Into the straight and proudly led over Momentaire with A Little Kiss on the outside. Tristanar is now hooked out, and she looms up very quickly as they top the rise, where A Little Kiss is just in front. Tristanar grabs her quickly. Tristanar has headed A Little Kiss at the 200 mark, and they're clear of Proudly, and then Reverse Pass, and further out is French Gypsy, but Tristanar shot clear. She's got the Furious, well won, too classy this filly, and Tristanar, hammered out by Marshall, races away to win very easily. Reverse Pass, a good run for second. Third is A Little Kiss, and fourth French Gypsy. At the head of the others, Bistro Miss, Dual Treasures, Gamine, Spirited Way, Dalmator, Proudly, Momentaire, Canaloa, Curacao, Great Happiness, Takeover Battle. Gin Rhythm is back with the tail enders, and also Delightful Kingdom and Miss Reggae. Number 2, Tristanar, $4.30 and $2, a very, very classy filly. Now, second and third. Number 17 will be second, Reverse Pass, a place dividend of $11. And 3/3, A Little Kiss, place dividend $1.90. She's a good filly, Ray, and very impressive first up win.
Yes, lovely to see her win, John. I had something on her, actually.
He does, mate. He try and walks up and waits for his opportunity.
The round's going for you, old buddy.
Not too good, Raymond, but I'm hoping I've backed the horse at good odds here. I hope it can win for me. Let's look at these prices in the tramway. The champion, Vo Rogue, is at 2 to 1. Bookies are taking a lot more gambles. You'll get better price with them. 33 Balciano, 33 Eye of the Sky, 12 Rabian Steel, 20 Majestic Drums, Temple Front 11 to 2, 14 Prince Trialia. I've backed Red Express. She's my pick. 12 to 1, 7 Coal Diesel, Welling Commission, 66 Noble Clubs, 20 My Red Deer, 100 Regal Native, 66 Raw Reel, 50 Windsor's Pal, 25 Glacier Peak, 15 Liverstone Lane, 60 Empire Blue, 30 Life at the top. The reserves never got a run. I got through them in time. Here's Ray Warren back at Jupiter's.
Okay, Kenny. We're coming up now to round 3, junior middleweight championship of the Commonwealth. Troy Waters defending it against Judas Clotty. Okay, they're set for the tramway. Here's John.
Moving over to release the field, about set. Tattersalls tramway handicap. Now, Balciano, a late scratching for Sky Channel and 9 network viewers. A late scratching Balciano at 4:21. Starters on his stand, and they're all set and ready. Light flashing on top of the gates. They face well. Gates open, off and running, and Royal Reel is about the first out. Vo Rogue began very awkwardly. In fact, he's back near the tail of the field at the end of 100 metres. Empire Blue is very fast into stride and spearing towards the leaders. Glacier Peak and Red Express prominent, followed by Life at the top, and then Majestic Drums and Liverstone Lane. Royal Reel, after winning the start, went back to be about midfield, and then Prince Trialia, Noble Clubs out deep, and then My Red Deer. Further back in the field, Windsor's Pal. Vo Rogue's in front of about 4 horses coming to the 800 mark. Cold Diesel behind him with Eye of the Sky, Regal Native, and Robbie and Steel is last at the 800 mark. Empire Blue moves up to share the lead with Red Express, and they're going together clear of Glacier Peak. Royal Reel going up but out wide. Then Life at the top, followed by Majestic Drums as they near the turn. At the head of the others, Windsor's Pal. Prince Trialia hard ridden. At the head of the others, Temple Front about to take off. He'll be carted very deep, and then My Red Deer and Vo Rogue looks to be spotting them. An impossible start on the turn. 400 metres out, Red Express and Empire Blue come over the rise together, clear of Royal Reel and Glacier Peak, and then My Red Deer followed by Majestic Drums and Temple Front as they come to the 200. Red Express the leader from Empire Blue, Glacier Peak, Royal Reel, Prince Trialia, My Red Deer getting a rails run. Look at this, they're all across the track. My Red Deer burst through on the fence. Look at Cold Diesel storming down the outside. The Queenslander gobbles them up, and there's a win. Cold Diesel wins the tramway. My Red Deer in a photo for second with Glacier Peak, and close up Prince Trialia, Temple Front, Robbie and Steel, and then Red Express. They ran over her in the last bit from Empire Blue. Vo Rogue never got in the race, and then Majestic Drums, Eye of the Sky, Noble Clubs, Royal Reel, Windsor's Pal, Life at the top, Regal Native, Liverstone Lane is last to finish in Tattersalls Tramway Handicap. Cold Diesel from Brisbane, what a finish to win the tramway. Number 9, Cold Diesel, $8.20 and $2.60 for Cold Diesel. Second will be number 11, although it's close, but My Red Deer looks to run second, $5.90, and 15 third, and a place dividend of $7.30. Back to you, Ray. How are they going?
Well, you've just come across at the end of the round, John. I'll give you an update on the other side of this commercial.
It's not easy to